Alright, so little different of a setting for my videos, but I am in my garage and I'm setting up a dehumidifier because we just moved into this place and it is in a very humid climate. And in addition to that, I think the person that lived here last definitely had a dog, and the smell in this garage, it smells like wet dog. So I got this humidifier. I'm going to set it up in the garage to, one, help get that smell out of here, and then also just kind of dry it up in here too, which I think will help. So I'm about to unbox it and do that now. All right, so as you can tell, I have it set up fairly quiet, actually a lot quieter than I assumed it was going to be. This is kind of the fan where the air is pumping out of, and we have the display. So I pressed the down button to put it on continuous mode, so it sets the humidity to 35. So if it goes above 35, it'll just be on, and it's just displaying what the humidity is right now. I have no idea how it says 45 because it feels so much more humid than that in here right now, but it is what it is. So as long as this number stays above 35, this thing will keep running. So I have the drain pipe installed, and then we have a drain in the middle of the garage, so it'll just drain out there, I'm assuming, any water that comes out, and we are good to go. So I will probably leave this running for a couple days and then come back and let you know how it's doing on getting that smell out of here, and also just kind of drying this garage up in here. So I ended up going to my local hardware store and getting this extender to add to the hose that came with it, and ran it out of my garage that I'll show you in just a minute here. Alright, so we propped this up, and then like I showed you, we got the longer tube. So the tube is running all the way out of the garage just into our bed over here. But before I got this longer tube, I assumed there was a drain in the middle of the garage, which there's not, but I had the tube hooked up and it was pushing out so much water. So that's why we obviously got the longer tube to take it out of and drain it out of the garage. But even just in a day of it being out here, so this thing is working, and I can honestly say it's been 3 days now. It has helped tremendously with the smell inside of this garage. Okay, so this is where it ended up in its final position. I've had this for 3 weeks now, and it has tremendously helped, one, the smell inside of this garage, and two, just how it feels. It is way less humid. It's almost constantly running. As you can see here, it's at 51. So that means it's at 51% humidity. If it's over 35%, it's always running. I do have to get a more stable shelf or something to put it on, so would not recommend doing that, the same as but I put it closer to my garage door, and the water is just running through this hose, and I cut it off here so the water is just dropping right in our bed there. So I have been extremely happy with this so far. I think you can tell right now it's running. I think it's extremely quiet. So overall, the AirWerx 55S is a thumbs up from me.